We want to talk about how Korea became a show industry powerhouse, but we are going to pretend that we are sending a message to our sons in 10 years. JJ and AJ, so when your mom was growing up, people didn't even know where Korea was. So I would say, oh, Korea, then they would be like, North Korea or South Korea? Coming from that, just living the time that we are in right now, it just blows my mind because everywhere you go, you hear about Korean pop, Korean drama, and people just love Korean content. Growing up, I learned a lot about the importance of content, and Korea really made sure to brainwash us when we were in high school. Even in middle school, I was about 14 years old. In the textbooks, they would say 1.5 million car sales equals one movie's profit, with the picture of the Jurassic Park movie. And I remember, oh wow, okay, maybe that's the direction that the government is encouraging us to take.
It was very deliberate and meticulous and really good policy by the Korean government to deliberately try and encourage export of both their manufacturing, technology, and even their culture. Korea has their own cultural division of their federal government where they get government funding, and their sole job is to see how they can export Korean culture out into the world. We see Korean artists performing at Coachella and all these famous music festivals and venues. A lot of it is clever and deliberate marketing and exporting by the Korean government, I think.
CJ used to be known as just a sugar company. It has sugar in their name. 제일제당, 당 means sugar. So not that BTS sugar, but this sugar is the sugar. They used to just promote themselves as the cultural ambassador. And I didn't know what they were doing until I saw the first KCON. AJ and JJ, you guys are probably benefiting a lot from that because really, Korean male, they became really popular thanks to all these movements. And I was asking one of my producer coworkers from Korea what his opinion is. He thinks that it's because producers are considered a noble job in Korea. So a lot of people, instead of going to a big conglomerate and living a stable life, they decide to go to this industry because it's desirable. Qualifications for producers are quite different from the US because you don't have to go to film school, you just have to graduate from really big names universities like SKY, so it's, 서울 연세 universities. Oh, there's a word for it. So you call doctors 의사, lawyers, 변호사. So those jobs that has 사 at the end are respected. So they call producers producer instead of producers. He thinks because of that, a lot of people who can create good stories ditch high pay and stable jobs and become a producer.
There was that one reel we were watching where, like, how outsiders view Asians. They think Japanese are kind of like interesting and like a little kooky, right? With like anime and like some of the cultural stuff too.
They're quirky.
They're quirky, right? But I forgot what they said about the Chinese.
But they would want to be Korean.
But they're like, oh, well, the Koreans are like the cool Asians, right? I don't know how that came to be, but.
So yeah, we owe it to the government, we owe it to the corporate and their collective effort, and I guess very highly educated producers.
But I don't necessarily think you see that in Japanese or Chinese cultures.
JJ.
JJ, PD 될래 엄마처럼? 아빠처럼 군인 할래?
네.
PD 할래? 군인 할래? 군인 할래? 오케이.
Love you.
Okay, say bye bye. 해줘.
바이바이. 끝까지 만나요.